Are you struggling to write an effective resume, feel like your applications are getting lost in the shuffle? Well, let's talk about the importance of a well-crafted resume. It's not just a piece of paper listing your skills and experiences. It's a powerful tool to market yourself to potential employers. It's your personal billboard, spotlighting your unique value and why you would be an asset to any organization. Your resume is the key that can unlock doors to interviews and potential job offers. It's the first and often the only chance you get to make an impression. It's your personal sales pitch, your professional story told in a concise, compelling manner. The quality of your resume can significantly influence your chances of getting that all-important call for an interview. It's more than a requirement, it's a strategic asset. Remember, your resume is your first impression, and it's essential to make it count. A poorly formatted resume can be an instant turnoff for hiring managers. Now let's dive into what this means and how you can avoid making such a critical mistake. First off, think about your resume as a billboard that's meant to capture the attention of busy recruiters and hiring managers. It needs to be clean, professional, and above all, easy on the eyes. This is where the choice of font comes into play. You might be tempted to go for something stylish or unique, but stick with the classics like Times New Roman, Arial, or Calibri. These fonts are universally readable and convey a sense of professionalism. Now let's talk about bullet points. They are your best friends when it comes to breaking down your skills and experiences into digestible pieces of information. But remember, too many bullet points can make your resume look cluttered. Aim for 4 to 6 bullet points per job role or skill set. Margins are another aspect that can dramatically impact the readability of your resume. Too narrow and your resume might look cramped. Too wide and it may appear that you are trying to fill up space. A good rule of thumb is to stick to 1-inch margins on all sides. The use of white space is a subtle yet powerful tool in your resume formatting arsenal. It helps to guide the reader's eye and prevent them from feeling overwhelmed by too much information. Strategically place white spaces between sections, around margins, and anywhere else that can help highlight the most important parts of your resume. Lastly, consistency and neatness cannot be overstated. If you're using bullet points, make sure they're all the same style. If you're using bold text for job titles, make sure all job titles are bold. A neat, consistent format tells employers that you are detail-oriented and organized, and there you have it. Some essential tips on formatting and presenting your resume. It might seem like a lot to take in, but remember, the devil is in the details. Taking the time to present a well-formatted and professional resume can set you apart from the crowd. Remember, your resume's format and presentation can often make or break your chances. While format is crucial, content is king when it comes to resumes. Now let's dive into the heart of your resume, the content. The content is the meat and potatoes of your resume. It tells your story, highlights your achievements, and showcases your skills. Firstly, start with your contact information. This should be straightforward. You want potential employers to know how to reach you, so make sure your email, phone number, and perhaps your LinkedIn profile are up to date. Next, consider your objective statement. This is your elevator pitch, your chance to briefly outline your career goals and why you're the perfect fit for the role. Keep it concise and tailored to the job you're applying for. Moving on to your work experience. Here's where you highlight your professional journey. But remember, you're not just listing your duties. You're showcasing your achievements. Did you increase sales by 30%? Did you manage a team of 20 people? These are the things employers want to know. Now let's talk about your education. If you're fresh out of school, this section might be more prominent. But if you've been in the workforce for a while, it's best to keep this section brief. List your degrees and any relevant coursework, but don't go overboard. Lastly, your skills. This is your chance to list the technical and soft skills that make you a great candidate. But don't just list them, prove them. If you say you're great at project management, back it up with an example. Throughout all these sections, remember to tailor your resume to the job description. If the job asks for someone with leadership skills, highlight your experiences as a team leader. If it requires proficiency in a certain software, make sure to include that in your skills section. Your resume is not just a document, it's a marketing tool. It's your chance to show potential employers that you have what they need. So make it count, prioritize information, showcase your achievements, and always, always tailor your content to the job. A strong resume focuses on achievements and skills that match the job you're applying for. Now you're one step closer to landing that dream job. Ever wonder how some resumes get noticed while others don't? The secret lies in the power of keywords. In today's digital age, many companies use something called applicant tracking systems, or ATS for short. These are essentially software tools that scan your resume for relevant keywords before a human even sets eyes on it. If your resume doesn't contain these keywords, it's likely to get lost in the digital abyss. But how do you find these magic words? The answer is simple. They're usually right there in the job description. Look for specific skills, qualifications, and responsibilities mentioned. These are the keywords you want to include in your resume. Let's say, for example, the job description mentions project management, team leadership, and strategic planning. You should then look at your past experiences and see where you've demonstrated these skills. Once you've identified them, incorporate these keywords naturally into your resume. However, here's a word of caution. Don't stuff your resume with keywords. It's not about quantity, but about quality. Your resume should still read naturally, and every keyword should be relevant to your experience and the job you're applying for. Remember, your goal is to make your resume both ATS-friendly and appealing to the human reader. You're not just trying to get past a machine, but also to impress the person who might be your future boss. Harness the power of keywords, and your resume will stand out in the crowd. You've formatted your resume, filled it with compelling content, and used the right keywords. What's next? Well, let's dive into the final but equally important step, proofreading and review. This is your safety net, your fail-safe to catch any mistakes that may have slipped through the cracks. It's like the final coat of polish on a piece of fine jewelry, turning something good into something truly outstanding. Now, why is proofreading so crucial? Simple. It's about presenting the best version of yourself. Typos, grammatical errors, and inconsistencies can distract the reader and potentially detract from the value of your content. They might even create an impression of carelessness, which isn't exactly a trait employers are hunting for. So how do you go about this? First, read your resume out loud. This can help you spot awkward phrasing or repetitive words. Next, use a spell check tool, but don't rely on it entirely. Remember, it won't catch everything, especially those pesky homonyms, but don't stop there. Seek external feedback. A fresh pair of eyes can often spot things you've missed. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a professional resume reviewer, their insights can be invaluable. Finally, make necessary revisions, even if it means reworking a section or two. Remember, your resume is a living document. It should evolve as you do. A well-proofread resume not only speaks volumes about your attention to detail, but also increases your chances of landing that dream job.